What's going on, everybody? Fluff here, and recently my friends at Orange put out a deceptively simple looking pedal called the OMEC Teleport. What is the OMEC Teleport? Well, at its core, it's an audio interface, but it is geared towards guitarists. It's meant to really live on your pedal board. Obviously, with the pedal shape, it's supposed to be a pedal, but it's really an audio interface, and it's called the Teleport because it teleports your signal to the magical land of digital stuff, like plugins and and just about anything else that's digital, really. And then once it's done in the digital realm, it brings it on back and teleports it back to the pedal like a giant digital loop and spits it out on one of the two or both if you want. There's lots of options on one or the other or both of the outputs. Now, I'm not gonna call them stereo because you can output different things to each of either one of the outputs. So for now, I'm just going to refer to them as both of the outputs. So it'll be on your pedal board, your signal comes into it, it goes out into the realm of digital goodness, comes back, and then on it goes to its regular signal chain, if that's what you wanna do. But if that's not what you want to do, I'm here to talk about 5 hacks you can do with the OMEC Teleport. Hack number 1, you can fit your entire rig into an iPad. Now, a lot of guitarists are using iPads, but they're using multiple pieces of gear to do so. They're using, a standalone interface, a MacBook perhaps, lots of cables, and just all that nastiness. And we don't like nastiness. We like simplicity here on Riffs, Beards, and Gear. So if you're using the OMEC Teleport, you simply plug into the Teleport, go into your iPad, and then you can do with the signal whatever you choose. You can keep it in the iPad, you can get it back out of the iPad via one of the 2 outputs that we discussed earlier, don't forget. And you can go into your backline rig, you can go straight to front of house or something like that. You would really just need the iPad and the Teleport, that's it. Hack number 2, MIDI guitar. Since the Teleport has such low latency, you can plug into the Teleport and then via USB go into an app like Guitar MIDI 2, and you can turn your guitar notes into MIDI notes. And if you're really skilled, you can make your guitar sound like it's part of the Stranger Things soundtrack, for example. Number 3, since the OMEC is letting me go into the digital realm via an iPad, an iPhone, or a desktop computer, I can also take advantage of some of my favorite audio plugins like Waves and Slate and FabFilter, and I have a lot of plugins. I could use a lot of those on this, oh man. But for you audio guys out there, if you have a favorite compressor or EQ that you normally like to use on guitars, you can now do that in real time, latency free, with the OMEC Teleport. That's super, super cool. Hack number 4, you could actually use the OMEC Teleport for a relatively inexpensive in-ear monitoring system. Since there is 2 outputs on the Teleport, I would just plug my guitar into it, it would go out digitally, and I would, let's say, use an iPad to process my signal. I would have an amp sim or something like that, and then coming back out of the Teleport, I could have one output for my headphones and one to go to the front of house, thusly eliminating the need for, depending on the monitors and the wedges up at the front of the stage. I think this is probably the coolest feature and my personal favorite feature of the OMEC Teleport. And lastly, hack number 5, you could actually mix guitar amp sims with your actual amp for a dual amp blending if you so choose. Now, I would come in to the Teleport as usual, and I would go out, I would pick my favorite amplifier sim, something like Line 6 Helix, or JST Toneforge Jason Richardson, or something like that. I would come back out of one output, use my DI for the second output, go into my amplifier, and then blend them at the front of house for either stereo guitar effects or a thickening of a single mono panning situation as well. You can really do multiple things here in that kind of situation, but I am kind of boiling it down for the purposes of this video. That does it for 5 hacks using the OMEC teleport. Hopefully you were able to gain some knowledge and insight into the creative uses that you could use with the OMEC teleport. Super cool, super simple. It's kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing, if I may be so bold. All applicable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.